Spyware. We've been talking left and right on the show since a lot of this stuff has been coming out about spyware, getting into your computer systems, being able to see what you're doing. But this particular spyware was written by the U.S. government. Well, actually, it's not quite so much the U.S. government, but it was written by a company called Gamma's Finn Fisher. Now, this Finn Fisher, where do they come up with these names? Somebody please enlighten me. Where do they come up with these names?
Finn Fisher is the name of the software. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. That's where do they come up with a name for that kind of software? This particular software, which the governments have been using, have been made available to the general public, not because they felt generous or anything, but because they got hacked, which was really awesome. It got put out on a torrent file that linked to a Dropbox. I have not checked it out myself personally, but this particular piece of software, once it's installed on your computer, if you have antivirus software, the antivirus software cannot find it. The company actually claims and is proud of the fact that it has beaten over 35 top antivirus products out there. So there's a lot of ways you can hide programs on the computer. This is being one of them. There is an interesting graph that comes with the file. It shows how diverse the clientele have been using this. Back in 2009, the Netherlands was at the top at 23%, and America was down at only 7%. 1 year later, since it came out, United States jumped from 7% to 97%. That's a huge ass jump. And just 4 years later, it jumped to 74% for unresolved or unknown country. What's an unresolved unknown country? I have yet to see my passport say unknown or unresolved country because I want to go there.
They're referring to Packardistan.
That's Packardistan. Well, I live in Packardistan. So that explains why there's the unknown unresolved.
Why are you spying on us?
I got to know what you're doing, Joe. You keep me in the dark all the time. But on that particular one, and that's for June of 2014, that's this year, the United States held fast at 9%, and China was at 19%. So just to give you some ideas between how much the government has actually been spying on us and other countries as well. Joe, your thoughts?
I'm not saying this story is fake, but I will say that I've become a little skeptical of news stories that source to Reddit posts because it's hard to confirm some of that stuff.
Yes,
but that
it is.
Being said, if this is true and a hacker was able to score some inside info on the strengths and weaknesses of some government-issued spyware, woohoo! Shine a light on it.
Absolutely.
If they spy on me, or as Packard is spying on me, all they would see is all the, I'm going to be honest, the obsession with clown porn. Lots of it. The whole thing. Pies in the face, seltzer bottles, hot clown-on-clown action.
You just I've seen your browser history, Joe. You like that seltzer in the pants thing a whole lot. That's your top number one search.
All right, I have to go. I'm a deprived individual.
Sad clown is sad.
Sad clown. And sad clown. And this Finn Fisher
horny clown sad.
Horny clown sad. The Finn Fisher program is actually considered to be malware. So if you do get this on your system, there may be no way at this time and period for you to figure out how it's actually on there. There are software companies now that they are out there and are aware of this program. They are working on the problem. So we'll keep you updated.
Yeah, but does it cost any money?
Most antivirus softwares, they do offer some free stuff.
No. Is Fit to get Finn
the
Fisher on
Finn
your computer? Like accidentally get it on your computer? That's free, right?
Yes, absolutely. If you
accidentally
it's
free.
Yes,
but positive.
But you don't get to see what they're seeing from you, Joe.
I see what I'm seeing all the time.
Yes, so will I now. The whole file was a 40 gigabyte download. So that's a huge ass program.
He got 40 gigabytes of documents out of their server or whatever he hacked into.
Yes, and the program was amongst it.
And then shoved it in a Dropbox and posted it to Reddit.
Yep. Now,
that's how you fuck shit up.
Right. Now, one of the things is, though, it says here that it was also made so it could be used on cell phones as well. So apparently this was another procedure or another step in the model platform to infect our mobile computing processors. Connie, your thoughts?
Question for Joe. So is it true what they say about the size of a clown's shoes?
It's the size of a seltzer bottle.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I kind of get the impression that this was more like a just general, look what we can do. Hack. I don't, I mean, granted, it's more frightening who was buying this software for me. And again, it's this whole surveillance. There was a kind of a brouhaha. Was it a couple of years ago? I was reading about this. 2 years ago, this was found out that Gamma International was being used by the Middle East governments to spy on computers and phones of journalists and dissidents in Egypt. Of course, this company was saying, oh, well, we don't sell them to the bad guys, only the good guys,
Right.
But no, they found these records that, yeah, they were selling it across the board. So I kind of have to cheer for the hackers a little bit. And I guess for myself, it's like, I don't do anything that's going to
Right. Speaking of the bad guys, now you hear all the stuff that's going on over in Israel. Now, they also put this on there that says, we have some integrity. We don't sell to Israel. It's like, really? I guess your Christian friends aren't going to be liking that.
Oh, goodness. I think if they want to monitor cell phones, we should give them the phone tree for several churches and have them listen to. Spy on this.
Spy on this. It also says here, it's very interesting. Now, if you do have a Mac computer, apparently this is available to get onto Macintosh as well. And it will pick up calls and whatnot. But if you're using it on Skype, and you're using Skype like the way we do here on the show, Skype will prompt a session. It'll say, hey, something's recording, and it'll at least give you some kind of warning that something is recording there. So there is a glimmer of hope that this can be detected to some degree. So if you have a Macintosh computer and you're running OS 10.9, 10,000, whatever it is, and if you turn on Skype and if it says, hey, you're recording and you don't have a recording software, you can know that your computer has been infected. As far as Windows 8, they're still working on trying to figure out a way to find it. All right, anyone have any last thoughts on this?
Are we done spying on ourselves?
I'm done spying on myself.